Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us for the very first Story Talks, a new series exploring how the timeless art of storytelling can be enhanced with the innovative power of AI. Today, I'm excited to introduce our speaker, Dr. Fable Wayfarer. A master storyteller, Dr. Wayfarer has spent his career exploring why stories like Star Wars and The Lord of the Rings resonate so deeply. As an expert in the hero's journey, he has guided countless writers in using this ancient framework to craft powerful tales. But Dr. Wayfarer doesn't just look to the past. He's also passionate about how AI is transforming storytelling today. He believes that AI can be a modern mentor, helping writers find new ways to bring classic story structures to life. Today, he'll guide us through what makes the hero's journey so compelling and how you can use it in your storytelling. So, get ready for an adventure into the heart of storytelling. Please welcome Dr. Fable Wayfarer.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Fable Wayfarer, and I have spent the better part of my life chasing down heroes. No, not literally, but following them through ancient myths, modern sagas, and the pages of every book that whispers the secrets of transformation. Let me start with a story, one you might find familiar. A young woman lives in a quiet village, feeling there must be more to life than this. One morning, an old traveler arrives, bringing tales of a looming darkness. He speaks of a hidden power she holds, urging her to leave behind everything she's ever known. But she's afraid, terrified really. What if she fails? What if she never sees her home again? Yet despite her fear, she steps forward, crossing the threshold into a world of danger and wonder. She faces challenges that nearly break her, allies who lift her, and a darkness that pushes her to the very edge. And when she returns home, she's not the same. She brings back a gift, not a magic sword or a treasure, but a new strength, a deeper understanding of herself. Does this sound familiar? It's the story of Harry Potter. It's the story of Luke Skywalker. It's the story of Moana. And tonight, it's our story, the story of the hero's journey. Stories have always been more than entertainment. They are the maps of our own experience, and perhaps no story map is more universal, more enduring than the hero's journey. You see, this structure, popularized by the scholar Joseph Campbell in The Hero with a Thousand Faces, captures something that is fundamentally human. It's a pattern we see across cultures, across centuries, and it's the secret behind why tales like Star Wars and The Lord of the Rings echo in our hearts, calling us back time and time again. At its core, the hero's journey is about transformation. It's about stepping into the unknown, facing trials, and emerging as something new. It's the very arc of change that each of us faces in life, from our smallest struggles to our grandest triumphs. It's why we see ourselves in the reluctant heroes like Frodo or Rey, because in them we see the struggles and victories that define our own lives. The three acts of the journey: departure, initiation, and return. So, how does this journey unfold? It begins with the departure, a call to adventure. It's that moment when the hero is asked to leave the ordinary world behind and step into the unknown. Think of Luke Skywalker staring at the twin suns of Tatooine, longing for something beyond his dusty world. Or Frodo Baggins, clinging to the safety of the Shire until Gandalf nudges him forward. These moments are electrifying because they tap into a universal feeling, the sense that there's something more out there waiting for us, just beyond the horizon. The call can be an opportunity, a challenge, or even a crisis that shakes the hero out of their routine, pushing them to question what they thought they knew. But here's the thing. Most heroes don't want to leave. They experience what we call the refusal of the call. They are afraid of failure, of loss, of the unknown. And who among us can't relate to that? How many times have we been offered a chance only to hesitate, fearful of what might come? It's a moment that resonates deeply because it's real. It's the inner voice that says, stay safe, don't risk it. Think of Bilbo Baggins refusing Gandalf's offer and retreating to the comfort of his armchair, or Neo in The Matrix, unsure whether to follow the White Rabbit. And in this hesitation, a mentor often appears, Gandalf, Obi-Wan, or perhaps in your story, someone entirely new, who helps the hero find the courage to step forward. The mentor offers wisdom, a nudge, or perhaps a magical gift, representing that first glimmer of hope that pushes the hero out of their comfort zone. Now we move into initiation. This is where the real challenges begin. The hero crosses the threshold into a new world, one that's filled with dangers and wonders they never could have imagined. Here they face trials, gain allies, and encounter enemies. Each challenge is a test, forcing the hero to dig deeper into their own strengths and weaknesses. This is where the journey feels uncertain, where the stakes rise with every step forward. Think of Katniss Everdeen facing the horrors of the arena, or Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz navigating the dangers of the yellow brick road. But the most crucial moment is the abyss, that darkest hour, the life or death struggle. It's when Harry faces the basilisk in the Chamber of Secrets, or when Frodo is tempted by the ring's power at Mount Doom. It's the moment when the hero is stripped bare, forced to confront their deepest fears and their innermost doubts. This is the turning point, the make-or-break moment that defines who they truly are. And it's only by confronting their deepest fears that they find their true strength, emerging with a renewed sense of purpose. And finally, we come to the return. The adventure has reshaped the hero, but their journey isn't complete until they come back to where they started, bringing with them a newfound perspective. The hero comes back to their world, but they're forever changed. They bring back an elixir, a lesson, a new power, a deeper wisdom that benefits not just themselves, but the community they left behind. Think of Simba returning to Pride Rock, reclaiming his place as king and bringing balance back to the Pride Lands. Or Moana, whose return restores the heart of Te Fiti, bringing life and harmony back to her island. It's not just a homecoming, it's a transformation that brings something valuable to their community. A new hope, a sense of healing, or a promise of better days to come. The hero's return gives the story a sense of closure, a feeling that the journey was worth it. It reassures us that facing the unknown has meaning, that the trials weren't just random challenges, but steps toward a deeper understanding of themselves and the world around them. And this full-circle journey is what gives stories their power. It's why we leave the theater with a sense of satisfaction, a feeling that everything, no matter how harrowing, fell into place. It reminds us that after the chaos and uncertainty of the adventure, there's always a way home, and that even when we return, we're never quite the same as when we started. Now, you might wonder, why do these stories keep calling to us? Why do we find ourselves coming back to Luke's journey, to Frodo's quest, to the courage of heroes like Mulan or Moana? Because these stories are us. The hero's journey is a mirror, reflecting our own struggles, our fears, and our potential for growth. It captures that universal experience of leaving the familiar, stepping into the unknown, and facing challenges that push us to our limits. It's about facing the unknown, just like we do when we start a new job, fall in love, or confront a personal crisis. The hero's doubts and fears echo our own. Whether it's Bilbo's hesitation to leave the Shire or Rey's uncertainty about her place in the galaxy. And when the hero returns transformed, we feel a kind of hope, a belief that change is possible for us too. That maybe, just maybe, we can find the courage to rise up to our own challenges and come out the other side, a little stronger, a little wiser. But it's also about satisfaction. There's a reason we crave stories that start with a challenge, build through conflict, and end with resolution. It's the promise of a full circle, a reminder that after every storm, there's a chance for calm. The hero's journey satisfies a deep-seated need for closure, for a sense that struggle can lead to something meaningful. When Frodo throws the One Ring into the fires of Mount Doom, or when Moana restores the heart of Te Fiti, we feel a sense of catharsis. It reassures us that even in the midst of chaos, there's a path forward. This narrative arc is like an ancient rhythm, a pattern our hearts recognize. It's why we find comfort in watching Simba return to Pride Rock to take his place. Why we cheer when Katniss faces her fears in the Hunger Games. And why we still return to the stories of ancient heroes like Odysseus. The hero's journey taps into a collective understanding that life is a series of challenges and transformations, and through those we find our true selves. It's the journey that makes us feel seen, understood, and, in the end, inspired to embark on our own quests, even if they don't involve saving the world from ancient evils. The hero's journey in the digital age. Now, storytelling is changing. In this digital age, even how we tell stories has evolved. Generative AI tools, like the ones I sometimes use in my own classes, are offering new ways to play with this classic structure, turning traditional narrative methods into dynamic interactive experiences. Let's say you have an idea. A young woman must save her village from a mysterious curse. You can input that into an AI, and it might give you a whole outline of her journey, where she faces her fears, who might guide her, and how she could return triumphant. It's like having a modern-day mythic mentor, offering sparks of inspiration when you're stuck, or helping you explore new directions you hadn't considered. AI can quickly sketch out possibilities, helping you focus on the emotional depth and nuance of each moment. Generative AI doesn't just replicate old patterns, it allows you to experiment with them. Want to try a version where the hero never accepts the call to adventure? Or maybe you want to add a twist where the mentor has hidden intentions. With AI's help, you can explore countless variations of the hero's journey, adding layers of complexity that make your story feel both timeless and fresh. Here are a few prompts you can use. What unexpected skill or trait does the hero discover about themselves during a critical trial? Generate 3 scenarios where the hero meets their mentor in unexpected places. How does each interaction shape their perspective? What happens when the hero decides to abandon their quest midway? Describe how this choice affects the world they left behind. With tools like these, you don't just follow the hero's journey. You bend it, twist it, and make it your own. And that's where the magic lies. The framework gives you the foundation, but you provide the heart. For more prompts like these, as well as some additional ones to spark your creativity, I'll provide a link where you can explore and find them all. So, my fellow adventurers, whether you're writing the next great epic or simply exploring the stories in your own life, remember this. The hero's journey is about more than heroes. It's about all of us. It's about stepping forward, even when the path is uncertain. It's about finding allies when we least expect them and discovering strength we never knew we had. And if you ever find yourself staring at that blank page, wondering where your story begins, just think back to that ordinary village, the unexpected call, and the hero, you, who dares to step into the unknown. Happy writing, and may your own adventures be full of discovery and transformation. Thank you.
We are the Story Brothers, and we invite you to join us on an extraordinary journey into the world of storytelling and AI. Together, we'll delve into an endless sea of stories, ideas, and topics, pushing the boundaries of imagination with the power of generative AI. Our mission? To see just how far we can take these tales. Intrigued? If you like what you hear, please share our adventure. Got requests or feedback? Don't be a stranger. We'd love to hear from you. Cheers to new beginnings and endless possibilities.